OK, here we go. In the week in which the government called for stricter driving tests, things you wouldn't hear on a driving test.
When I slap the dashboard with my forehead, I'd like you to crawl out of the wreckage and fetch help.
OK, when I give you the signal, I want you to wind the window down and call the cyclist a wanker.
Right, when I say go, foot down, straight through the jewellers, get where you can.
You made one mistake, sir. A Pine air freshener doesn't cover up the smell of a dead hitchhiker.
Well, if she doesn't get up, you've definitely failed.
Well, at least we know the airbags work.
When there's nobody else on a motorway, you should always drive in the middle lane, just in case you fall asleep, you've got a bit longer.
If I fail, can I still keep driving my taxi?
Me in a car. Can't believe it.
On my signal, I'd like you to mount the pavement and kill my ex-wife.
In other news, what has the government promised motorists this week?
They've said that if your ticket machine is broken, then you can just park there. Which is basically going to lead to people getting to the ticket machine, seeing they've got no change, getting the baseball bat out the back of their car.
I've got no change, but I do have a baseball bat.
What sort of impulse purchase is that? No, just a bar of chocolate, please. Hello, are they baseball bats?
I do think it is a weird strategy, because what you're saying is we're going to make it OK for you to park by a broken meter. So, you know, a solution seems to be fix the meters. Do you know what I mean? Rather than make it OK to park next to broken ones. It's like saying, well, you know, all the trains are late and we know they never arrive, you know, when they're supposed to. So what we've decided to do to tackle the problem, we've decided to abandon the concept of time. So nobody's ever going to be late for anything.
Are you late, or are you not late, or are you simply never? Has it not arrived to you?
The information desk. And people go, I'm not sure you'll be able to help me. Oh, will I not be able to help you? I'm blowing your mind.
Why has Pickles done this now? I reckon all that's happened is recently Eric Pickles got a parking ticket when he was only 10 minutes late, and he's thought, oh, I could do something about this.
I'll tell you what he looks like there. He looks like Trago Mills.
You crossed me for the last time, Mr. Bond.
His hat, rather weirdly, has got the face of an owl, if you look at it.
By the way, an interesting related note, what did Labour promise for everyone this week on Twitter?
Oh,
owls. Genuinely owls. The Labour Twitter feed, they claim, got hacked with the words, everybody should have his own owl. This is sinister. This is Trago Mills. He's infiltrated both political parties at the same time.
Well, I don't know. I think it's giving birds of prey away. I think it's a quick fix, but it's not a long-term solution.
I'm just very sad. I live on my own. I was looking forward to getting an owl to talk to. All I've got is my Henry Hoover.
Can you imagine if you lived at home with an owl and said, oh, just you and me now, owl, and then the owl just slowly turned its head away. OK, at the end of that round, the points go to Josh, Angela and Andy! Now we play a round called My Mock Shake Brings All the Boys to the Yard. This game involves Milton Jones and Ed Gamble, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launched a wheel of news, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that topic. OK, here we go. First subject, please. And the first topic is relationships. Ed.
So I've just moved in with my girlfriend. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. Cheers, thanks for the support, Mum. That's good of you. It's good, it's exciting. The first time I've lived with a girl. Obviously, we're finding out a lot more about each other that we didn't know before. What I found out about her is she's kinder, funnier, more sensitive than I ever realised. What we've both found out about me is I am a terrible, terrible prick and so difficult to live with. Because it turns out I am a tidy person. I didn't realise. I thought I was normal. But apparently it is not normal to have a favourite J-cloth. She is a messy, messy lady. She is unbelievable. She's laid back, no worries. She says that a lot. No, who has no worries? Are you dead? Are you a robot? What's wrong with you? You should wake up, worry, go to bed. That is a full day as far as I'm concerned. She genuinely said this out loud the other day. Hakuna Matata. And I'm starting to think the actual Swahili translation of that is doesn't hoover. Because there is underwear everywhere. This is an odd side effect of living with a girl that I did not fully anticipate. I no longer find women's underwear sexually titillating in any way whatsoever. Because I used to be able to just see underwear and that was enough to get me excited. Didn't have to be a woman in it. Just be a bra on the floor and I'd go, ooh, boobs were there. That's enough. Now, nothing like that. I see a pair of knickers now, it's just something the remote control might be under.
Well done, Obama. Very good. That leaves us with Milton. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is medicine.
I have to go to the chemist soon to collect my prescription. Not from PC World like last time. Those tablets were very difficult to swallow. Recently, I went to the chiropractors, or as they call them in the capital of Egypt, the practors. Well, I put my back out trying to shoot horses, but it turns out the World Health Organization aren't trying to eradicate polo. My dad was a doctor, my mum was a nurse. They had 6 children. We all left home early. Well, they needed the beds. I remember the birthday I asked for that game, Operation. 3 years I waited. I was talking to a nurse the other day. She said the main problem facing the NHS is Holby City. Actually, she might have said obesity.
Well done. In that hand, points go to Ed Campbell. Right in the back. Unlikely things to hear in a restaurant.
Let's skip the pudding. You look like you've had enough already.
Wow, thanks for picking up the bill, Dara.
No, I'm sorry, we don't have snail porridge. No, this isn't owned by Heston Blumenthal. This is Heston Services.
How does crispy aromatic duck sound? Quack, quack. But that was before it was either crispy or aromatic.
Do I have a reservation? Well, I'm not sure about all these Polish people moving over here.
Table for 2, please. But no food. I'm a woodworm.
This is a traditional Greek restaurant, so don't worry if you can't pay. The German government will cover it.
You'd like a Foster's? Hang on, I'll see if we've got any left. Barry, any Foster's left? Yeah, keg's nearly full, Jim.
Here's the tip. If you find the rest of the chef's penis, please let us know.
Have you been to a harvester before? I'm joking, no one comes twice.
It's nice to see the rugby players getting along with the dwarves.
Well, that's an unusual taste, isn't it? What is in this death by chocolate?
It's nice to see Zara and Mike getting along.
Yes, it is all-you-can-eat night, and that's why you can't come in, Mr. Pickles.
Oh, my God. There's a man's face in my soup and it looks just like me.
Excellent choice, sir. This lady is much fitter than your wife.
Rose for the lady. If you want to do something for the lady, why don't you fuck off?
OK, the points go to Chris Hughes.
OK, the next topic is unlikely film trailers.
One man fights his greatest peril. Laryngitis.
Troy, certificate 15. If you're too young, why don't you make a giant wooden adult?
Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler in. Well, don't matter, does it? It's going to be shit anyway.
A UKIP film presentation, 101 Damn Asians.
Tom Cruise in the most ludicrous sci-fi thriller yet, a Scientology documentary.
This summer, Russell Crowe is punching people randomly in the face.
From the makers of Kaka 1. Kaka 2.
Do you want to build a snowman? Do you want to have the words to let it go in your head all the time until you die? Then come see Frozen. I dare you.
Thor. You'll be amazed at how many problems can be solved by a big man with a massive hammer.
I Can't Read Productions presents Salmon Fishing in the Seaman, Yemen.
Look, an ancient African city. From the makers of Timbuk 1.
Russell Crowe stars as Bob Marley. The accent's so offensive you won't even care that he blacked up.
No, this isn't the day the Earth stood still. It's just that you're in Norfolk.
Tom Cruise. Explosions. A flash of boob. That'll do you.
Despicable Me 3, now starring as the arch-villain Gru, Dara O'Brien.
It looks like a runner bean, only smaller. From the makers of Mange 1.
I only told you to blow the bloody door off. In cinemas now, the Oscar Pistorius story.
At the end of that round, the points go to Ed, Hugh and Milton. Now we play a round called This Isn't Just News, This is a Wheel of News. This game involves Michael, Mark, Frankie and Russell, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This is where we test our performers' stand-up skills. We spin our news generator, it settles on a topic, and anyone can volunteer jokes about the chosen subject. The winner is the team I judge who produce the funniest stuff. Here we go. We spin the wheel. The first topic is relationships.
I think when you go on a date with someone, it's a bit like playing cards, isn't it? There's a couple of cards you let the other person see. There's also a couple of cards that you hold to your chest. Well, as you can see, I'm punctual and employed. I'm holding untidiness and sexual deviance. I actually lost my virginity to my mother's best friend. It was my father. It was the only time he ever told me he loved me. I ran into my dad the other day in a lap dancing bar. He was making good tips. There's a lot of stuff I don't understand about sex. You know, like nudie calendars. Nudie calendars? Who's wanking going, I can't believe it's Pancake Tuesday?
Hey, thank you. OK, let's spin the wheel again. And the subject is travel. Who wants to come in that? Russell.
I went to Hong Kong recently. It's fantastic. I was so giddy I did a gig there. I told my mum about it. I was like, I'm doing a gig in Hong Kong. She's like, oh, in English? Probably. Travel's becoming more and more scary, do you find that, you know? But we look for terrorists now based on gender, ethnicity and behaviour. They must have come and go, are they shifty? Are they beige? And we don't need help being racist. We're very good at it as a nation. It's horrible. You know when you get on a plane, you see someone who's vaguely foreign, you can't help but go, oh, God, he's a bomber. Oh, God, he's a bomber. And you know he's looking at me and go, fuck, he's in a boy band. Do you know what I mean? Like that. Don't chat about your lyrics. And we now have to take our shoes off in case there's bombs in there. It's fairly obvious who the shoe bomber is. I would imagine it's the man gingerly approaching like that.
Russell.
Travel.
OK, that leaves us with Mark and Michael. Let's spin the wheel. The next topic is hotels. Who wants to come in on that?
I'll have a go. Oh, I've got a lot to say about hotels. I stayed in a terrible... I'm not allowed to mention it, but... honestly, such a depressing hotel. You know, you've got your Gideon Bible, your minibar. Minibar's a depressing word as well. It's a fridge, in fact. You know, if it was really a mini-bar, you'd have tiny people being sick outside. You know... And then, while I'm ranting, these people in the next room, this guy's having a party. Who has a party in a budget hotel? Went round, said, please turn the music down. The guy said, mate, we're having a party. I thought, yeah, it's not that I don't understand the situation here. I wasn't lying in bed at 2 in the morning thinking, oh, clinking glasses, laughter, deafening music. It's the mystery that's keeping me awake here.
Well done, Mark. OK, Michael, let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. Somebody just... create an interesting tone for your joy you're about to say.
Hey! Yeah, Wales. Well, of course, they have their own language. This is really the thing. And they are very keen for people of Wales to learn it. So they have it up everywhere, all the vocab. But they have it not only on road signs, but they also have it on the road. So I was driving into Wales and it says slow, and then the Welsh for slow, which is araf. And I didn't know this, and I thought it said slow Arab. I thought, whoa! Whoa! Given the delicate global political situation, is this the best way to handle the terror threat? Have there been a meeting at the Welsh Assembly? We've got to do something about Al-Qaeda. It's only a matter of time before they make their move in the valleys. Any ideas? No? Not one? OK, well, while we're thinking, let's slow them down on the roads. Slow, Adam. Put your hands where I can bloody see them. Thank you.
At the end of that round, I'm going to give the points to Russell and Mark. Now we play a round called Mock the 9 o'clock News. This game involves Zoe, Stuart, Andy and Russell. So if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This is where we test our performers' stand-up skills. We spin our news generator, it settles on a topic, and anyone can volunteer jokes about the chosen subject. The winners are the people I judge to produce the funniest stuff. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. The first subject is finance. Can I have a volunteer to talk about that? Andy.
British Airways, their answer to the credit crunch, they've asked their employees, can you come into work for nothing for a month or take a month off unpaid? There's a tricky choice, isn't there? And who is going to want to fly British Airways? The last thing you want to hear when you get on the plane, this is your captain speaking. I'm not being paid today. Good luck. I am looking forward to seeing the credit crunch version of Monopoly. You know, instead of getting £1,500 from the bank, you have to lend the bank £1,500. And then everybody keeps on going round the board with nobody buying any property whatsoever because they always think it's going to be cheaper next time they go around.
Well done, Andy. OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is Sarah Palin. Who wants to talk about that?
Ah, Sarah Palin. She was apparently an ex-beauty queen of a town in Alaska called Wasilla. And the press were very keen on this. They kept saying, you know, the beauty queen, Sarah Palin, the ex-beauty queen, the beauty queen, Sarah Palin. Let me tell you something, people. Wasilla is a very, very small town. Population 8, possibly 9,000 people at the best of times. To call it a one-horse town is to over-exaggerate the number of horses in that town by one. They timeshare a horse with another shithole down the road. Now, my brother used to live in Anchorage, Alaska, and I have been to Wasilla, and in the 5 minutes it took us to drive across Wasilla, I was voted beauty queen of Wasilla. It was no big deal, honestly. An otter and a caribou came second and third, respect.
Thank you very much, Joey. That leaves us with Stuart and Russell. Let's spin the wheel again. The next topic is men's health. Who wants to come in on that? Russell.
I went to the doctors recently with anal issues. I thought I had cancer, not I can't put my CDs in order. But it's a terrifying moment, right? So scary, because in your head, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. And I went there and I took down my trousers. Obviously, we had a chat first, and it just... I'm not very well. You see that, mate? This is a chip shop. You've never done it slower in your life. I was just peeling them down. I got them down to about there. Just heard his booming voice go, in the other room. You have a decision to make there. Do you pull them up or do you waddle with pride, right? You waddle, that's what you do. When you waddle, you can't help but giggle. The last thing you need is to be giggling is before a man's going to pop his finger in your Richard, because now you're a wiggling target, right? I'll be honest, when the finger goes in, you're not laughing anymore! You're like a red arrow! And that's the moment they chat. How you doing? Fine. When you draw the curtains, we've gathered quite a crowd. Look at that, it's Atrium Steps and he's getting violated. I'm not alone!
OK, Stuart, let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is school.
You are looking at a very proud Canadian who's very proud of the education system in Canada. No, I was horrible in school. I failed math so many times I can't even count. I preferred French over chemistry because the chemistry teacher and I just didn't have any, rapport. One teacher said I'd be a better student if I spent less time flirting. I immediately jumped off his lap. One teacher used to always say I wasn't very observant, but you know what? That was his or her opinion. I was going to join the debating team, but someone talked me out of it. In high school, I was voted most likely to reminisce.
Okay, at the end of that round, the points go to Zoe and Stuart. And it's nationality. Who wants to give us?
Hello. I'm of mixed heritage. Actually, I talk like a Canadian, but I tolerate my partner's drinking like an Irish girl. I travel a lot, from London to Ireland, and anyone who's flown Heathrow to Cork knows that on your way to the plane, they have signs reminding you how many chances you've got left to get drunk. They're like 6 licensed shops, 2 shops, 1 shop. It's like, what? Before I board an aircraft filled with wine to get to the land of Guinness? And the final shop is right at the gate. And in that shop, there's a sign that says, no ID, no sale. And I'm like, this is an international airport. How about no ID? How'd you get on the plane? It is in the boarding lounge, If a terrorist manages to sneak through levels of security at the world's busiest international airport, give him a pint.
Thank you very much, Catherine Ryan. Okay, that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what you've been left with, Milton. Let's spin the wheel. Transport is the topic.
So I've got my own private jet. The rest of the jacuzzi belongs to my mum. If you've got a sat-nav, don't put the name of the company you're visiting into it. I tried to take some mayonnaise back the other day. I ended up in Helmand Province. I mean, I've got a car, but there's nothing I like better than making a bonfire on the passenger seat. Driving up and down, opening and shutting the electric sunroof and pretending to be a steam train. My uncle, he was a taxi driver, but then one day he left home without any indication. So recently, I was fell walking in the Lake District. Well, it's not quite true. Recently, I fell walking in the Lake District. I was going to tell someone, but the pillar box was full of sugar puffs.
Thank you very much, Milton. OK, and that round, prize everyone. Come on, sit back up.
They've given the Spanish banks 100 billion euros. I don't think you should be giving Spanish banks 100 billion euros, not given the number of British bank robbers currently living in Spain.
It's not going to arrive in one van.
A lot of it's going to a bank called Bankia, isn't it? It sounds like a bank from a children's programme, doesn't it?
It is difficult to take the economies of countries seriously where the word bank is written as banco. It is generally easier to think that they probably don't do it. Hey, Beneditos, and banco! Banco, 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 banco.
This accent's all right, is it? Fine
I'm sorry.
To be honest, Dara, you've been doing a ridiculous accent since the beginning of this series.
No, but Dara, it does help when you go on holiday there, though, doesn't it? Because, you know, even someone like me, I walk along and I go, supermercado. I reckon that's a supermarket. Banco, that'll be the bank. Baro, bar. Got half a chance. You've been to Japan? Nothing. They give you nothing. You walk about, you don't know what you're doing. I was in the bank the other day, this is absolute truth, and a man had a shit on the floor. It was the most shocking thing I've ever seen in my life.
That is one hell of a deposit that he has made.
He probably normally does all of his banking on the internet, but he couldn't log on that day.
Our next round is called If This Is the Answer, What is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. Matt, which category would you like?
Politics, please.
OK, excellent. Politics it is. The answer is 5. But what is the question?
The amount of times a minute Ed Miliband remembers that stone. Is it, if I've got a tenner and want to book a boy band for my wedding, who can I afford?
Everybody get up.
Is it what does Nigel Farage regard as an acceptable level of immigration?
Is it how many snazzy ties did I try on before the show?
No.
What is the maximum number of euros you can get out of a Greek cash point at the moment?
Is it, if I'm watching a documentary on Adolf Hitler's favourite shark, which channel am I watching?
What would be a cracking score for a UK entry in Eurovision?
Is it how many of the famous 5 are now dead?
Surely not.
I didn't want to break it to you like this.
Julian is just sitting quietly in a rocking chair, remembering the adventures and going...
Laughing because he killed them all.
Is it how many basic bitches does it take to escort Kate Moss off an EasyJet flight?
Is that a thing? Is that like a...
I'm a pretty basic bitch.
I think you're an ornate bitch, right? I think
You think I'm a ratchet-ass hoe?
Well, I didn't want to make it too obvious, so I've got a little soft spot for you.
Is it how many presenters from the 1970s are relaxed when the phone rings now?
Is it how many names are currently written on Taylor Swift's blank space?
Is it as a...
I know it's a song. I know Taylor Swift.
You know Taylor Swift?
Hate.
Is this what we do? If ever we mention any band and you're going to do an impression?
No, that's not what's going to happen here.
Is it Kate Bush?
So one quick impression.
The Village People.
NWA.
I think it is how many candidates are there in the Labour leadership?
Absolutely right. Thank you very, very much, Hugh. Yes. Correct. OK, that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what you've been left with the subject. Let's spin the wheel. And subject is work.
The pollen count. That's a difficult job. Easiest job in the world, of course. Australian psychiatrist. G'day, g'day. How you doing? No worries. Next. I lost my job with lastminute.com for being persistently late. I lost my job as a cricket commentator for saying the words, "I don't want to bore you with the details." If they make it illegal to wear the veil at work, beekeepers are going to be furious. My wife, it's difficult to say what she does. She sells seashells on the seashore. Some people say the firefighters deserve more money, but apparently a poll was taken and they all fell through a hole in the floor. Sometimes I wonder what my grandfather would think of what I do. He spent his whole life in the kebab business, was buried with all his equipment. He's probably turning in his grave.
Thank you very much, John. Who has been spied on this week?
Europe. Spied on Europe.
Yeah.
They put a bug. It all sounded very high tech until they mentioned they'd put a bug in the fax machine.
Yeah.
Like, are they still using fax machines?
The only message that you're going to get on a fax machine these days is the message, hello, is anybody else out there who still has a fax machine?
Hello, I'm trapped in a fax machine factory. Could you please send help? The only contact I can make is by in the back. It's apparently spying on the EU, and like you kind of go, you can understand the EU. It's causing some tension now because the EU would be going, okay, you're spying on Russia. We get that there's like a thing, but like. Dude, like, come on, like, we're on your side, for Christ's sake.
Bad manners spying on friends, isn't it? It's like when you invite somebody to come round and spend the night in the spare bedroom and you put a webcam in there. It's not right, is it? I mean, obviously, we've all done it. We've all done it. It's not right.
I've not enjoyed watching those tapes.
They're actually bugging the Italian embassy. You think, what is the point of that? Nothing is going to embarrass the Italians. Their ex-Prime Minister had bunga parties in his own home, and he was the one who was telling everybody about them.
They probably just found the camera and said, "A camera! Bunga bunga!"
It must also be, spying on the European Union must be the most disappointing assignment for any spy or secret agent, isn't it? 007, your mission is to find the agricultural production figures for the fiscal year to 2015. Just remember, nothing depends on it.
Here we go. The first subject is unlikely things for a sports commentator to say.
And Hamilton takes the checkered flag. Give back the checkered flag!
And you join us tonight for the boxing. I really hope a fight doesn't kick off like last time. Guys, can't we just talk about...
Welcome to Under-16s badminton, where the players are still laughing at the word shuttlecock.
Oh, and the club has connected beautifully there. But according to World Boxing Federation rules, that's an instant disqualification.
And Switzerland takes the gold and hangs on to it even after the Second World War is after.
He turns, he shoots, and that is a horrible end to the Grand National.
Say what you like about dressage, I couldn't give a shit.
And Slippery Bastard is in first with all arms and legs. Second, Belly Flop Boy coming on the inside. And yes, I have forgotten the swimmers' names and have resorted to funny nicknames.
And you join me here in Helsinki for the final of the curling. And you know what that means? My career is going shit.
And the referee checks his watch and realises it was given by the Brazilian FA. He's going to have to return it.
Oh, so will it be Oxford? Will it be Cambridge? Who will provide most of the new cabinet?
And there's a streaker on the pitch. 2 words, hubba, hubba.
I take the last bend. That is the end of the bend stealing championships.
And it's the relay, and he's made a grab for the baton. Oh, that's not the baton. But he's got a smile on his face anyway.
And Rosberg makes a mistake. He runs wide into turn 2. Why is he running? Get in the car, you twat!
There's just a small note from the desk that I get into my ear. Frankie, Hugh, they're just a tiny editorial tweak. If we could have stuff which we actually can broadcast.
Nobody mentioned that. They have been slagging off.
Oh, cramp, man. It's just... Pulling it, sorry, that's
you
really...
managed to get a sports injury in the first 20 minutes of the show.
Sorry.
Morris, dance it off, Russell.
Yeah, I can't.
You've got to lie down. I'll
Get down!
I
don't know what's wrong. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry.
It's really telling that the two guests in the show ran to help while the regulars all sat here on our fat holes going, he'll bounce back.
Sorry about that.
There was a fly. There wasn't a fly. There genuinely was. There was a...
Did you catch it?
No, I didn't. What am I, the fucking Karate Kid or something? No, I didn't.
Is it, in the last round of Mock the Week, scenes we'd like to see, how many goes am I going to get to go before...
To go?
Before Russell interrupts me because I've mispronounced what I was trying to say.
The way you three, particularly like that looked like the evolution of man.
They could be walking like that. We'll have to turn that way.
Saying, weren't they, that Hurricane Katrina was down to... I'll start that again.
What were they saying,
I've got goo. I've got goo all over my face.
What?
Not the first time either.
Don't say that, mate.
Ding, ding. Thank you.
Do you think I look like Pierce Brosnan with a mouthful of sweets?
At the end of that round... OK, sorry, I'll do it without slouching quite as much. At
the end of the round, bring me more.
You should be ironing your shirt, right? You're just there.
In a vest, like a fat Marlon Brando at the end of his career. Just, what? Oh, yeah, points for Russell, and then back.
As it's the last week, let's just have you with, like, a rotisserie chicken.
Tasneem Aslam, spokesman for the Pakistani Foreign Ministry, the actual quote she said was, "Anyone who describes Islam as a religion as intolerant encourages violence," which is really having it both ways, to be honest.
There's a Qatari Muslim scholar who's called, in answer to this, called for a day of anger, which I think is not a day of action, or a day of anger. What is it will really take it out of you if you have to spend the whole day just in a mood, you know? Coming on, what's for dinner today? After work, having to pretend to be angry all the time. And how do you make sure the women are doing it as well? You know, I hope you're frowning behind that.
That Ed was saying the Pope doesn't seem to have his finger on the pulse. He's the head of the Catholic Church. They've never been that up to date, have they? They've always stayed a little bit behind on the.
Yeah, so they have. Because I remember the last one. I remember JP2, as he's known in the street.
Yeah.
J to the P to the I. Because he in his last days, he apologised for the Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah.
How old is this guy?
There is.
He's old. One thing, yeah, sorry about that. We're high spirits. We're all a bit drunk.
One of the great things that this Pope said was he said that we must all take the Da Vinci Code with a pinch of salt. And you think, well, he can talk. Oh, yeah, it's ridiculous, the idea that Jesus was married We all know that he rose from the dead and flew up into the sky.
Wasn't the Pope effectively just saying that he thought Christianity was superior to Islam?
Yes, he was.
But isn't that essentially his job? He is the head of the Catholic Church. He's not supposed to be there bigging up Islam, is he?
No. There's a difference between bigging up Islam and describing it as evil and inhuman. I think
not that he did that. All he did was quote a 14th century text, which, let's face it, compared to the Bible, was a hyper-modern text.
Yes, but I think we've all learnt, and surely the Pope has learnt, that the Muslim world tends to be...
What are you saying about the Muslims?
Touchy.
I think if you're going to lash out at a religion, lash out at the Buddhists. If you make a Buddhist really, really angry, the worst thing he'll do is set fire to himself.
Where has Jesus turned up recently?
In everyone, Dara.
He's turned up on MySpace, hasn't he?
He has turned up on MySpace,
He's got his own little page on MySpace now, and it's something along the lines of, you know, you've got to try and spot where you might be able to see Jesus, isn't there? And there's this big picture of, like, a pint glass with his face on it, and you're supposed to be... as if the only time you would see Jesus was after you'd finished a certain amount of alcohol.
This round is a stand-up challenge. I launched the Wheel of News, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. The winner is whoever I think is the funniest. OK, here we go. The first subject is... festivals. Who wants to come in on that? Kevin.
Festivals. Nice picture there. That's actually me on your left. So, I was at a Christian rock festival. I never really meant to be there. I was just passing through this Christian rock festival and there was a stall set up that said a free toastie for all of God's children. So I thought, shame on. I said, how's it going, mate? Can I have a toastie? And the guy said, are you a Christian? And I thought, well, if I'm not a Christian, am I not getting a toastie? That's not very Christian. And with this, the guy crumbled and stood back to reveal a chalkboard and he said, OK, you can have cheese or cheese and ham. And I thought, just cheese, mate, because I'm a Jew.
OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is family. Who wants to come in on that? Russell.
So, it wasn't easy growing up trying to be a little liberal kid in the most right-wing family in the whole of my town. My dad was the most right-wing person I knew, but always quick to point out, I'm not racist, but... that was the danger word. I'm not racist, but... or the latest remix, which is even more innocuous and dangerous, all I want to do is have a sensible discussion about immigration. Yeah? Isn't it obvious? Well, no one with that face wants a sensible discussion about anything. I just want to have a sensible little chat in the back of that transit van over there, yeah? Me and my brothers, the rest of your family, Mr. Woolham, whatever your bloody name is, mate, yeah? Get in the van, right? My dad even managed to be prejudiced about my first car decision. How do you even achieve that? By British or German. Do not bring Crappanese onto my driveway, boy. Not only that, but I chose a hybrid car. Part electric, part petrol, papa, right? Another question mark hanging over my sexuality. It's the noise of it when it drove off. Thanks for Sunday lunch. Bye, Daddy. Thank you.
Well done. Good mark. OK, that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is jobs.
I used to work at a Christian rock festival selling toasties. The best day was when I sold this Jewish bloke some yellow ham. My dad was a dustman. I didn't like him coming to collect us from school, though. Not because I was ashamed he was a dustman. It's just you never knew which day he was going to come. The rest of my family were police marksmen. Apart from my grandfather, he was a bank robber. He died quite recently, surrounded by his family. My uncle, he's a police frogman. No, sorry, he's a French policeman. I used to work in a supermarket. It was my job to hand out samples of things for people to taste. But I was asked to leave after the little cups of bleach incident. After that, I worked in a pathology lab, but I was asked to leave after one of my reports said cause of death, autopsy.
Point to the end and go to Milton Jones. Come on back. We play a round called Happy Birthday, Paul McCartney. This game involved Joe, Milton and Carl. So if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launch a wheel of news and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. The winner is whoever I think is the funniest, OK? Here we go. Let's spin the wheel. The first subject is retail. Can I have somebody come in and talk on that? Joe Caulfield.
Tesco's have announced that they are going to overhaul their shops by employing more staff, which is great because the self-scanning doesn't work, does it? It's just a row of angry people shouting at machines. Just going, but there's nothing in the bagging area. I've removed it from the bagging area. Do you know what's in the bagging area? A friggin' bag. What a surprise. And also, I have to say, though, sometimes a person isn't better, right? I was at Tesco's at the checkout with a person at the checkout, and just by mistake, instead of the Tesco club card, I handed over my Sainsbury's Nectar card. The woman at the checkout in Tesco's, no word of a lie, she looked at the Sainsbury's card, she put it down, she then looked at her own badge. As if to go, maybe she's right, maybe I do work in Sainsbury's. So the shopping came to £3.76, so I gave her £5 and a penny and then stood back and watched her head explode. And another shop, Abercrombie & Fitch, they were famously sued in America because they had a policy of only employing young, very attractive people. I thought, do you think Argos has the exact opposite policy?
Thank you very much, Joe Caulfield. OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is health. Who wants to come in that? Carl.
Right. I suffer from recurring stomach problems, which sometimes lead me into quite embarrassing situations. One happened when, about 2 years ago, I went to see Alicia Keys live in concert at the O2 Arena. That's not the embarrassing bit. En route to meet friends to go to the show, I stopped off with my doctor to get a little checkup, and he said it was all fine, but he wanted a stool sample, so he gave me a little pot and said, do your sample, drop it in the morning. So I put it in my bag and then went to meet friends for a drink before the show. About half an hour passed, I felt movement. I thought, I better do it now, I've got to drop it in the morning. So I went to a pub toilet and I did my sample in a pot and put it back in my bag, went out, didn't tell my friends what I'd done, we just carried on drinking. About half an hour later, it's showtime. Went to the O2 Arena where I'd never been before to see Alicia Keys. And I reckon it was about 30 metres from the front of the queue where I found out about their compulsory bag search system. Have you ever tried to explain to a security guard why you're trying to smuggle a stool sample into an Alicia Keys concert? It's pretty tough. When he pulled it out, I've never heard more shock on a man's voice. He just sort of went, what is it? Like that. And I freaked out and said the first thing that came into my head, so I went, it's a pot of shit. Like that. Which he then repeated louder, right? He just sort of went, a pot of shit! And it went back down the queue like Chinese whispers. About sort of 20 people back, I think I heard somebody go, I think there's a guy with a bowl of chips at the front or something like that. So I'm just there, totally embarrassed, didn't know what to do. I'm almost crying. I explain my story. The guy gets his supervisor, who comes over, and this is a great response. I was honestly like, oh, I've got a bug, sorry. And he listens to all that and goes like this. He goes, all right, I believe you. You can keep it.
OK, that leaves us with Milton. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. The subject is relatives.
The scariest thing that ever happened to me in my entire life was when I was very little. My dad said, I'm just going to pop upstairs. And he went upstairs and he popped. I didn't speak to my dad. Well, he was a bus driver. You're not allowed to. My brother, he's allergic to cheese, not the taste. Just if anyone says the word, he goes, whoop. Doesn't happen very often, but we've got some weird family photos. My grandfather, he was a GI, and he was in the RAF. OK, he was a giraffe. During the war, when board games were illegal, he was put in prison for being a Yahtzee sympathiser. My uncle, he was a security guard at the O2 Arena.
Our next round is called Newsreel. We play in a recent piece of footage featuring people in the news and ask you to suggest what might be being said. This week's clip features the Prince of Wales.
Good God, it's Margaret Beckett, isn't it? From the First Labour government. Do you know, I'm beginning to wonder how recent this footage actually is. Oh, lovely, a train in a box. That's odd. Mummy normally gives me a Twix and a lump of organic cheese. Still, never mind. Stick that on eBay. So this will be your driver, Dave. Hello, Dave. I love you. So you drive this, do you? Yes, I bet you've got a tale or two to tell. Yeah, well, actually, it has been hairy a couple of times. I bet it has. Yes. Do you know, I quite fancy doing your job. Yes, and I quite fancy doing your job. Well, that's not going to fucking happen, is it? Can I have a go? No, I'm afraid it's against regulations. Is it? Is it? Now, Dave, think very carefully. Yes, I think that's the right answer. Nobody wants to be force-fed organic biscuits. Anyway, let's have some fun. This is an impression. This is the British economy. It's going backwards. Yes, I will. Don't worry, I understand about trains. Now, tell me, Dave, can this go sideways? Backwards and forward. It's backwards and forward. Why don't we just concentrate on driving the train? So just push the lever forward if you go. It's a lever, is it? I thought it was an enormous licorice allsort. What do? Just push it forward, do I? Oh, yes, look, we're going. Well, this is a piece of piss, Dave. You're stealing a living. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on, my arm's stuck. I think, hang on, Dave, my arm's locked. David, my arm. Dave, my arm, I can't stop. My arm's locked. His arm's locked. My arm's locked. I can't. Oh, my God, where are the brakes? Where are the brakes? They're out of control. I can't stop it. Got you there, didn't I, Dave?
Well done, you did us. Let's spin the wheel. The next topic is air travel. Who wants to come in on that? Jimmy.
So, folks, our government is now talking about giving the pilots guns on the plane. I honestly think somebody in the plane should have a gun. I don't think the pilot is the person that should have the gun. They already have a very important job. If they all of a sudden have to be involved in gunplay, who's flying the plane? Get back in your seat. Get back in your seat. Don't make me go back there. You son of a bitch. Hold the wheel. I said put that tray table up.
Jimmy, take off. OK, let's see what we've got left for Frankie. Let's spin the wheel again. And it's drinking.
As a teetotal alcoholic, that should be quite good. I drink energy drinks now. It's good that they've finally managed to can anxiety. It's good that there's a drink that gives me the resting heart rate of a serial killer who's just spotted that there's a sale on at B&Q. I hate this thing where Guinness always go, oh, we're the national drink of Ireland. Yeah, you're the national drink of a nation of alcoholics. That's like saying that you're Gary Glitter's favourite search engine. I'm teetotal, right? A concept which Scottish people don't understand. So I did a gig in Fife, and I was on stage, and this guy was going up to the bar, and he went, hey, I'll get you a drink as well. And I went, well, I used to be an alcoholic, so I don't drink anymore, but thanks anyway. And he looked at me for a bit, and then he went, a pint of lager shandy?
Frankie Boyle. I'm going to give it to Jimmy and Frankie.
Really?
Now we've an exciting new round called Ask the Panel, which ordinary members of ask a question about something in the news this week. Can we have our first question, please? Who wants to come with a question? That gentleman there, please.
Do any of you smoke, and if so, how have you been dealing with the smoking ban?
No, very easily.
I don't smoke, but apparently the big problem with the smoking ban is BO in nightclubs. And I've thought it through, just put Nicorette patches under both armpits. 2 birds, 1 stone. Also, if they need to put a new smell into nightclubs, you've got to select something that everyone likes. Bacon. Those are my ideas.
I did enjoy Charles Kennedy getting done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he obviously knew the dangers of smoking, not so aware of the dangers of sticking your head out of a tray going at 125 miles an hour.
I thought Charles Kennedy probably wasn't even smoking. It's probably like just the alcohol in his breath spontaneously combusted. He's probably like a baby dragon at this stage.
I saw something that was great the other day. There was a bloke outside a pub and he had a cagoule on, right, and he was just absolutely slashing it down, just smoking like that, like a nicotine-obsessed condom. It was fantastic. You'd think he'd probably just quit at that stage.
That's a really good look for you, by the way.
Thanks so much.
Do more stuff like that.
Well, if most people did this, the world would be a happier place. Very difficult. It's very difficult to take something seriously.
Are you talking about...
I want a divorce.
I think you probably get it, actually.
Our next round is called Newsreel. We play in a recent piece of footage featuring people in the news and ask you to suggest what might be being said. This week's clip features the Prince of Wales.
Good God, it's Margaret Beckett, isn't it? From the First Labour government. Do you know, I'm beginning to wonder how recent this footage actually is. Well, only a train in a box. That's odd. Mummy normally gives me a Twix and a lump of organic cheese. Still, never mind. Stick that on eBay. So this will be your driver, Dave. Hello, Dave. I love you. So you drive this, do you? Yes, I bet you've got a tale or two to tell.
Yeah, well, actually, it has been hairy a couple of times.
I bet it has. Yes. Do you know, I quite fancy doing your job.
Yes, and I quite fancy doing your job.
Well, that's not going to fucking happen, is it? Can I have a go?
No, I'm afraid it's against regulations.
Is it? Is it? Now, Dave, think very carefully. Yes, I think that's the right answer. Nobody wants to be force-fed organic biscuits. Anyway, let's have some fun. This is an impression. This is the British economy. It's going backwards. Yes, I will. Don't worry, I understand about trains. Now, tell me, Dave, can this go sideways?
Backwards and forwards. It's backwards and forwards. Why don't we just concentrate on driving the train? So just push the lever forward if you could.
It's a lever, is it? I thought it was an enormous licorice allsort. What do? Just push it forward, do I? Oh, yes, look, we're going. Well, this is a piece of piss day. I'm stealing a living. Cheers. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on, my arm's stuck. I think, hang on, Dave, my arm's locked. David, my arm. Dave, my arm, I can't stop. My arm's locked. His arm's locked. My arm's locked. I can't. Oh, my God, where are the brakes? Where are the brakes? They're out of control. I can't stop it. Got you there, didn't I, Dave?
Well done, you did it.
And the first subject is parenthood. Who wants to come in on that? Ed.
I've been thinking recently that I should maybe have a baby, but I've thought about it and definitely not. Couldn't handle that amount of responsibility, something that precious. It's terrifying. You know, I've got friends who've just had a baby and they offer that thing around like a plate of biscuits. Do you want to hold my baby? Do you want to hold my baby? I don't want to touch your baby. That is a heart in a bag. I'm going nowhere near that thing. You wouldn't send the work experience into the boardroom, would you? Start me off at holding your uncle and I will work my way up. This is Uncle Toby, 47, from Swansea. Don't worry about dropping me, Ed. I am absolutely shit-faced. Still can't help it. I still think I might want a baby. Like, there's just moments in life I'm just grabbing at signs from the universe. Think, oh, maybe I should have a baby. It happened to me the other day. I was in the queue in a shop to buy a new light bulb. Because I'm not a student anymore, my light bulb had gone. I'm not going to sit there in the dark for 6 months. So I was in the queue, and in the queue in front of me was a man with a baby. He was a dad. You've got to give people the benefit of the doubt in that scenario. Can't go storming in going, excuse me, is that your baby? You've just got to admit it probably is, right? And on the wall, there were these light switches. They weren't real light switches. They were just, like, designer ones to show you what they would look like on the wall. And the baby was playing with them. It was going, ah-da-da-da-da-da-da, playing with them. And the dad was going, yeah, try that one. And was going, ah-da-da. I saw that. I thought, ooh, that's quite sweet. Maybe I want a baby. There's something in that tableau that I quite like. Maybe I want a baby. Am I broody? Is this brood? And then the dad walked off with the baby, and I wandered over to the light switches and started playing with them. I thought, oh, no, that's what I wanted.
Well done, Ed.
It is to do with the visitor to London.
Oh, it's the whale. It's the whale.
It's the whale, yes. The actual answer.
I've no sympathy for this whale. It died of dehydration. In a river. They're supposed to be nearly as intelligent as man whales, and this whale died of dehydration.
Well, to be fair, the whale didn't request being removed from the river. The whale probably, if asked, if consulted at any stage about one of the major health problems that you could face while being removed from the river, dehydration, he probably would...
The best thing about this whole whale business is that there's now no need to go to New Zealand. Simply no need. You're 28 hours of connecting flights to look at whales. There's no point. They're in our river.
Do you know one of the reasons I think it swam up the Thames was because the Navy were doing sonic soundings and stuff off Southend, and this apparently confused the whale. Because it sounds like an explosion to us, but to the whale it said diversion, North Sea closed. Delays possible till November.
I was very impressed with the fact that I spoke to a number of people who said, well, it received all the coverage because we in Britain love animals. Ugh. And you're kind of going, no, I think any country that had a whale swim into the middle of the capital city would have probably gone, oh, a whale, that's a little bit unusual to us. I don't think there's any country in the world that gone, oh, the bloody, like an urban fox or something. The bloody whales are at the bins again.
It was the same week, the whale came up the Thames, the same week as Ben Fogle and, James Cracknell rowed across the Atlantic. And the whale was probably thinking, look, if they're going to take my territory, I'm going to London and I'm going to present Cash in the Attic.
This week on Cash in the Attic. Well, yes, it was my mother's originally. But we're hoping to raise money for a holiday in Australia.
I think it was weird that they were thinking... One of the plans was to use whale song to lure the whale back out to sea. But we don't know what a whale song means. We have no idea.
Anything by Dido will do.
Yeah, exactly.
As an emergency measure, they could have slowly moved Enya up the river from Kingston, playing her
I think we should
music,
do that anyway.
driving the whale.
Let's do that anyway as a memorial to the whale's memory, Dara. Or let's make a memorial for the whale by putting it in the EastEnders title sequence.
Is it not very selective as well that they gave the whale a name? That it was called Wally or Whaley?
What was the mistake with the names?
Well, because you give a whale a name, but you don't. When a dingo has eaten some children in Australia, you don't say.
Well, you don't.
Davy the dingo.
Well, you generally give the name to anthropomorphise, to give it to see that it reflects some great human qualities like bravery or
Getting
whatever,
lost.
the whale. But eating small children isn't really the kind of thing you want to have. Oh, little Teddy the dingo, you're all full up now, aren't you?
Exactly.
The Sunday Times helpfully ran a map of the whale's route, which we can show here. That's the whale, which is, the river, basically. Just in case you're going, if I was going to Battersea from East London, I wouldn't have gone that way. After the whale sadly died, some criticised the rescue operation. Let's face it, a whale needs to be winched onto the barge like it needs a hole in the head. I thought that was sweet, that particular one. To be fair, the whale only received the same treatment as any NHS patient, dying on the trolley 36 hours after first being seen. This round is called If This Is the Answer, What Is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. Joe, which one would you like?
Home news, please.
OK, your category is home news. The answer is 10 minutes. What is the question?
10 minutes. Is that sobering up time for a budget airline pilot?
Is it? How much of 2006 can Pete Doherty remember?
What is the life expectancy of an Iraqi greengrocer?
What's the maximum length of time a man can tread water once he's been handed a hippo? Another no, though.
No, I'm rolling. What kind of, swimming lessons were you brought to? Yeah, you're doing good, you're doing very good. Now bring in the hippo, bring in the hippo.
Is it something to do with education? Is it what do most kids think quarter of an hour is?
I know the answer.
It is something to do vaguely with education.
Oh, it's how long are new lessons going to be?
How long are some new lessons?
Yeah, Mandarin specifically.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Very well done, Russell Howard. Very good. Now, the question I was looking for is how long might some lessons now last under proposed secondary school reforms? These are the radical proposals from the Qualifications and Curriculum Authority to combat pupil disaffection by revolutionising school timetables and teaching methods. Do they then really care about pupil disaffection?
Well, do you know,
is there any generation that didn't have... I don't like this.
Do you know, at school, working towards excellence does depend on the pupils, but we had a bloke at my school who, when they marked A-levels, he used to get A, B, C, D, E, O, F. Those were the grades, right? The first time... took his A-levels twice. The first time round...
How did you get an O before the F?
Well, because it was an O-level pass and then a fail. But the first time round, he got 2 O's and an F. He retook them, he got 2 F's and an O. And he was delighted because he could spell F off with his A-level results.
But it's amazing.
See, that's the kind of kids you're working with.
But that's all you do at school. We had a maths teacher called Mr. Winter, and he had a comb over, right? And we used to play a game called Tilt the Wig. And the aim was to get him so angry that his hair would flap down by one side. And you cannot get told off by a grown man whose hair is flapping down. It's the most fun. It's like when you go 10-pin bowling with your mates and they go and get a drink and you fiddle with their name. They come back, they bowl, they get a strike, they turn to celebrate, and above them in flashing letters it just says, "I touch kids." It's that level of giddy joy, you know? Totally oblivious to the fact of it.
This is part of the new proposals, isn't it, that they have things like 10-minute classes to shake up education and they have they combine subjects and stuff like that.
It is genuinely a proposal that you would get different teachers to add it. And the one suggested by the man from the Qualifications and Curriculum Advisory Board, whatever it is, was that perhaps the PE teacher could come around and tell you about great historical example of sporting figures and their leadership. Which is
Could there be a worse idea? I mean, you're sitting there as a history teacher trying to tell people about life in the trenches in the First World War. A guy comes in a tracksuit and starts going on about the life of Graham Souness.
I think they combine religious education and biology, so then you'll know where babies come from, but you'll also know it's a sin and dirty and bad.
The other suggestion was, one of the examples was anatomy, where you could have your science teacher and your PE teacher giving the lesson together. The danger then, isn't it, if you forget your Bunsen burner, you know, you may have to do the whole lesson in your pants.
The whole scheme seems to be, what else can we get the PE teacher to do?
They're not also introducing they're trying to introduce new things, like you can do archery and skateboarding, apparently, in schools. And what's going to happen there is you're just going to get a whole new type of drive-by shooting.
That'd be great. Mothers of gang members pleading for quivers to be taken off the streets.
It is. But you should be able to hear the roll, pat, roll, pat. The one foot down. Oh my God! Quick, duck! There was an example given actually of many of the new sports, and they suggested skateboarding and golf. As if there's, you know, in a Venn diagram, just to bring maths into this, a Venn diagram that includes kids who skateboard and kids who play golf. There was no intersection there at all.
I was thinking you were saying it was skateboarding while golfing.
No.
That's brilliant. That's like sort of council house polo. That's a fantastic idea, isn't it?
All these new sports are because Blair thinks our kids are too fat. Isn't it? That way they eat too much sugar and too much salt and too much fat and stuff. And I read a really frightening thing the other day, that if you leave a fat kid in a glass of Coke overnight... You can finish that one off yourself, to be honest.
Well, their proposal for fat kids at school is that they give them dance lessons. They're not going to have the concentration for that, are they? Everybody do the mashed potato. Ooh, mashed potato! The thing is, if they're saying, oh, well, how do we get children to learn? Make them.
Yes.
Make them learn. Combine algebra with a beating. You know?
I love the new subject. It's just designed to make parents feel even more stupid, isn't it?
Oh, yeah,
it's like,
it'd be great.
You know, can you help me with my Mandarin homework? Oh, yes, dear. It's like a small orange, a bit like a satsuma.
Lines you wouldn't hear in a costume drama.
Henry chewed her. But why did he chew her?
The Zulus have us surrounded, sir. They're standing on the horizon waving their spears. Wait a minute. Those aren't spears.
Mr. Darcy, I do believe you've poked me on Facebook.
So, King Henry, I'm your 5th wife. Hang on, divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, but... oh, shit.
And for the latest news from the big house, tune in to Pride and Prejudice Extra, starting now on BBC Three.
I worked for the Duke of Wellington when he invented the Wellington boot, and the Earl of Sandwich when he invented the sandwich. But I suppose my happiest time was working for Lord Strap-on.
Let me read the signal from the Victory. Are you paying too much for your car insurance?
Ah, the Duke! My daughter has been itching to meet you. Chlamydia!
The points at the end of that round go to Frankie, Hugh and Lucy! And it's food.
Oh, OK. Oh, very similar toppings.
I once went to a buffet in Reading, and that's not even the joke. It was organised by a woman called Wendy, and it was so beige. It was so bland. It was like a buffet representation of Reading. I looked across this buffet, right? They put out sausage rolls, right? Sausage rolls, right? Where they just whipped off the cellophane and put the corrugated plastic straight down on the table. Like we were dogs! Then we had Scotch eggs, right? Scotch eggs cut into quarters. Apparently no one can eat a whole one. Then we had breadsticks displayed in a pint glass. I thought I was at a fucking UKIP rally. Then she starts putting down cold pizza slices next to wontons. No one's mixed Italian and Chinese cuisine like that since Marco Polo. Then she brought out the quadrant of dips. You know, the 4 dips. The 4 dips of the apocalypse. The white one, the other white one. Then there's a green one, what's that? Guacamole. Then there's a pink one, what's that made of? Sillet bang? Nobody knows. I was just glad to have something made of some sort of colour. Anyway, it was a terrible buffet, but thank you very much, Wendy.
Now we play a round called Spinning the News, which involves everybody. So if you could all move over towards the performance area, please. We spin the wheel, and when it stops, anyone can step forward and try to make us laugh about the subject it's landed on. If I judge the player's got a big enough laugh, he or she gets to sit down again. The first team to have all its players sitting down at the desk wins the round. OK, let's have our first topic. It is, of course, national surveys. Anyone want to try something on that? Good man, Frankie.
They've done a survey in America that says that Osama bin Laden is now more famous than Michael Jackson. And you think, yeah, but he puts a lot less effort into his videos, doesn't he? It really freaked the Americans out if he just threw in a wee moonwalk now and again, wouldn't it? Hey, more famous than Michael Jackson, but who would you rather have looking after your kids? They did a survey this week that said that 20% of British men have a problem with premature ejaculation. The others just don't think it's really a problem. Sex and on early nights. They brought out a condom for premature ejaculation, and basically it's got an anaesthetic in the lining, so it makes you numb and you can last for longer. Or you can wear it inside out and you don't have to wake anybody up.
Well done, Frankie, you can sit down. OK, let's spin the wheel again. The next topic is the Trafalgar celebrations. Rory's in.
Yeah, this was this week's naval review of Portsmouth, which is quite embarrassing for the Queen because it just rubs in the fact that she hasn't got a ship. So they line up hundreds of ships and she goes, oh, that's a nice one. Well, have you got one in another colour? Prince Philip loves these things because it gives him a chance to stand on a ship and shout, frigate! Look, Philip, mind you, no, frigate, there, frigate, next to that f***ing destroyer, right?
Very good, Rory, sit down, come on. In other news, who has David Cameron had to apologise to in the last week?
Queen.
The Queen.
Yeah,
Yes.
because he told, I think it was the ex-mayor of New York, wasn't it? And it was overheard by a journalist. He said that when the Queen heard the Scottish referendum result, she purred. Which apparently she does. Yeah. What he didn't say is that when she doesn't like something, she goes, bah!
Did
Did she purr, or is that not just the sound that a phone makes when you hang up on somebody?
But I do like the idea of the Queen purring. I think that would make a fantastic Christmas message, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, the speech.
She's sat there on the little armchair. She's got a little saucer of milk, a little scratching post on the other side. Just going, oh.
Would the Duke of Edinburgh be scratching her behind the neck? Is that what happened? Oh, sorry, I touched you.
Hello, you two. Hello.
Yeah, everyone saw that, right?
What's under the desk? Get up and show us what's under the desk,
Sarah, quickly, hover. Hover out of here right now.
I tell you what, that is the furthest I've ever been with a girl.
I mean, I get on one level, yes, she's like a cat. We feed her, and she treats us with a fair amount of contempt.
I'm disappointed that in the most candid revelation of what she's like on the phone, it was just a bit of a purr. That he didn't say, and I told her, it's OK, Scotland decided to stay, and she said, oh, get in, you fucking beauty.
The worst person to be married to.
I love you lots. Oh, let's see what Mr. Tiddles thinks of you. What do you think? Die, bitch!
Brace yourself, Agnes. It's that time of year again.
I brought home a video to turn us on. It's Fred Dibner's Age of Steam.
Of course we're going to go out tonight. It's Hitler's birthday.
But he's my dad. We do everything together.
You want me to put my dingaling into your fairy cave? Are you mad, woman?
But you can't use that toilet. That's my toilet.
He sleeps in the bed with us, OK? Don't make me choose between you and the wolf.
Please, please, Pavarotti, let me go on top.
OK, pointing in that round with a Russell, David and Andy. The news. What has Prince Charles said is the largest challenge facing the world today?
Is it narrow doorways and you get your ears caught?
It's climate change.
Yes,
Isn't
it's
it?
climate change rather than the narrow doorways. Yeah.
I thought it was ice buckets.
It's not ice buckets. No, are ice buckets the reason for climate change?
No, but they are one of the biggest challenges in...
They are. They are. Everyone has to do it at some stage.
Charles is worried, apparently, because we've only got another 30 years until climate change might be irreversible. And he's therefore worried that it might ruin his coronation.
This is Charles yesterday on the Royal Yacht, which is not quite as impressive as it used to be.
Is this a summit in New York?
Yes, he's had some in Europe.
China and India have not turned up to the summit, and they're like the worst ones for climate change, which is ridiculous. It's like Oscar Pistorius not going to an Oscar Pistorius trial, isn't it? And he's got the biggest carbon footprint going. I like a bit of climate change, isn't it? It's like I was in the garden yesterday. It's September. It's lovely. It's October soon. Sitting in the garden still. No? Do you not have gardens?
That's weather. That's not climate.
Yeah, where does the weather come from? The climate. All I'm saying is, if it goes up a bit, you know, it's not that hot in Lewisham. It's nice to have a couple of extra degrees.
I'm glad you're having a nice day in the garden.
Thank you.
I'm sure there's a polar bear somewhere going, all right, this seems to be getting smaller, but at least Lewisham is having a nice day today.
So, yeah. We've had a rough few years. And I'm not going to bump into him anyway, am I?
I would love it. Ding dong, and you open your door and there's a polar bear and they're going.
Well, to be fair, luckily, because
holding a tiny piece of ice under his arm.
To be fair,
my house.
Because of the narrow doorways, you won't even be able to get in anyway.
The United Nations, they're encouraging people to go vegetarian, aren't they? Because apparently one of the big problems with climate change is all these cows farting. So, yeah, either we've got to eat less meat or we need to give the cows a bit of Pepto-Bismol.
I don't understand that, because, like, if the cows farting is causing the problem, then surely eating them is the solution. I mean...
Okay, you think we're eating cows as a way of saving, you know, we should walk quick, we're going to eat all the cows before they fart us into a climate change.
The thing, I mean, I'm speaking as a vegan, by the way, but there is a logical disconnect here, because, like, you know, you say that, you know, you don't want to have all these animals that are farting, whatever, but there is this point we have to go. We'd have to just, what do we do? Just release them into the public?
On the unlikely circumstance, the rest of us who aren't vegans suddenly go, do you know what? No. Not going to do that. No more meat. We all go, no more beef. There'll be a load of cattle farmers going, what am I supposed to do with this lot then? And you go, well, just let them go. No. Let them go back into the wild where they belong.
Feed them to the polar bears.
First. The first subject is rejected exam questions.
History. Did I delete it?
If cycling 10 miles a day uses up 400 calories, explain why Boris Johnson is still a fat bastard.
If the sun is 93 million miles away, how can that cost £32 in an Uber?
Where is Greece? Is it A, the southern Mediterranean, or B, up shit creek?
What does the French phrase déjà vu literally translate as?
Using examples of Michelangelo's work, write 500 words on why he was the best turtle.
What does the French phrase déjà vu literally translate as?
Question A. Media studies. Is it a real subject? Question B. Is it...
Using a compass and ruler, draw perfect cock and balls.
Is this a rhetorical question?
You may now commence your anal sex exam. Please turn over.
Explain how UKIP became a major force in British politics without using the word wanker.
If Jay-Z is unfortunate enough to have a problem with a bitch, how many problems does Jay-Z now have?
Aggravated violence, question 1. Why might you use a bit of rubber hosepipe? No marks.
What colour is this dress? White and gold or black and blue? Discuss.
If a train leaves the station at the correct time and arrives at its destination at the correct time, how cool would that be?
Chemistry. Me, you. Is there any?
OK. the next topic is unlikely things to say when running for US president.
I'm Hillary Clinton, and if you elect me the first female president of the United States, I promise you that on my first day in the White House, I will hire a very attractive male intern. He will be on his knees, not having sexual relations with me all day. Hashtag payback, hashtag long game.
I want to go to Washington. Why? I want to see what color the White House is.
No, we can't!
The name Clinton is in the DNA of the White House. In fact, the DNA of Clinton are on the walls of the White House.
I know the value of family because I sold one of my children to pay for this campaign.
As president, I will welcome immigrants, because the White House is massive and it's not going to clean itself.
I will govern for all of this country. Not just the metropolitan cities on the coast, but also you cousin shaggers down south.
I would like to introduce you to my new Homeland Security advisor. Say hi, Lamb Chop.
Hi.
Come on, of course I'm the guy to succeed Obama. You know what they say? Once you go black.
If you elect me America's first colourblind president, I will do everything I can to uphold the values of the brown, white and green.
I would now like to talk to you people in a language of my own devising.
I want to put more boots on the ground in Afghanistan, and also 2 more branches of Paper Chase.
What you must remember is the people we need to convince are the great American people. And most of them are as thick as pig shit.
I'd like to apologise for Mr. Trump. Which is what I say when I've just farted in bed.
When I was little, I did not plan to be President of the United States. This is more like a holding job until I get to rule a good country.
I am American through and through. Cut me, and I will shoot you in the face.
I wish to have no secrets in this campaign. I wish to be completely open, and it is done. That is why I'm going to start that again, because I fucked that up.
We Republicans want to reach out to all Americans. Blacks, whites, Chinese-y-looking ones.
I want to have no secrets in this campaign, and that is why I have gathered you here tonight to tell you I shot JFK.
Okay, give that round of applause to Ed, Sarah and Andy. Things you wouldn't hear on a science documentary.
My favourite element is helium.
I can't speak highly enough of it. The solar system is so vast that it could comfortably accommodate your mum.
The most fascinating thing is, if you really spend enough time looking at the alignment of the stars, your wife will leave you.
They call it dark matter. Well, whatever it is, I've tried to flush it 4 times and it's still bloody there.
The light from this new, distant planet takes so long to get here that we're actually seeing things that happened years ago. And that's why scientists have named it Dave.
Tonight, we're discussing sports science. Is it a real job, or is it just PE when it's raining?
In our next experiment, we're going to prove that putting Dara Ó Briain in a room full of young people still doesn't make science interesting. I think we've got the points.
So, if we look through the telescope, we can see the biggest black hole ever found. Oh no, I've left the lens cap on.
Weren't D-Ream shit?
How does your granny stairlift work? Well, it's all to do with nanotechnology.
No, Nigel, that's not how you make a test tube baby. Get your penis out of the test tube.
So this is amazing, right? So what you're saying is that somewhere, Professor Cox, in a parallel universe, there is a me with hair. That's right, Dara.
The end of that round. Nobody gets any points at the end of that round.
Our next round is called If This Is the Answer, What Is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. Hal, which category would you like?
I would like world news, please.
OK, your category is world news. The answer is 24 hours. What is the question?
Is this what Jeremy Corbyn wants the voting age to be reduced to?
Is it, in his dreams, how long would each of Dara's science specials last? We love the science.
I feel there's a lot that we can all learn.
Is it... How long does every minute feel like if you're Melania Trump?
Is it how long did it take me to actually find the exit once I'd bought my tea lights in IKEA?
Is it how long till Julian Assange makes another vertical scratch on the wall of his embassy bedroom?
Is it how long is the time between my mum's 2-part text messages?
Is it how long do you have to come up with evidence before the DA busts your ass?
Is this a new action movie, Strangely English Cop?
Bust your ass! Chief, I'm terribly sorry to hear your ass is in a sling.
We'll have to take that straight to the Lord Mayor.
How long was Jeremy Corbyn awake at Glastonbury after taking what he thought was an aspirin?
Does anyone know the correct answer?
The correct answer is...
Yes?
How much warning, apparently, are we going to get before Donald Trump comes on a visit to the UK?
Absolutely right. Thank you very, very much, Hugh. We play a round called You Keep Me All Night, Baby. This involves Josh and James. If you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launched a wheel of news, and whoever chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. The first subject is adventure. Who wants to come in on that? James.
I'm not a very adventurous person. I've only ever used one side of a cheese grater. Got no idea what the other three sides even do. I'm not the only one either, 'cause everyone knows what side I'm talking about, right? Big holes. Got no time for small holes and tiny holes. And if you've ever seen small... It's the roughest side I've ever seen in my life, small holes. There's rows of tiny little spikes, so every time I'm going to use that side is in self-defence. Then you've got to wash it. I don't know how you negotiate that. How you wash something that is rougher than your own scouring pad. Interestingly, the only thing rough enough to wash a cheese grater is a second cheese grater. I refuse to believe that anyone has ever used a side with the 3 curvy slits in it. Don't need them. Get rid of them, replace with something I'd actually use in my day-to-day cheese needs. Like, for me, it'd be a device that in one smooth downward motion completely unwraps a baby bell. Someone told me the other day the 3 curvy slits they use for slicing cheese. Apparently. It's the word on the street. Now, if I'm going to slice cheese, my first port of call is seldom the grater. Call me old-fashioned, I'm a knife man. You might think I'm a fuddy-duddy, but I like it. It's unpredictable. You always start out. You're thinking, well, this cheese cutting's going excellently. Oh, yeah. It just passed the halfway mark and the cheese takes over. Can't reverse it. It's made its mind up now. And yeah, now you've got to slice the cheese that's half the size you wanted in the first place. But at least you got some stories.
Thank you, James, for comprehensively dealing with the topic of adventure there. What, mate?
Can I say that the jam thing irritates me, though, because the jam thing is that we've been told there's an opportunity for Britons to sell jam to Europe.
Yes.
That's the big opportunity, right? And all the Twitter comments were trying to sell jam to the French, all the French provide all of that. But they do, but we make really good jam. We make really, really good jam. And I hate this thing.
Doing down the country.
Yeah. No, whereby everything that comes from France is more sophisticated. Their jam just comes from a big jam factory near Marseille. I mean, when I was a kid, we all thought ski yoghurt was incredibly sophisticated. It was made in Swansea.
When you started that, I thought, where's he going with this? And it's just like, oh, he just loves jam.
French jam is really complicated. I mean, it's not good because you go to Waitrose.
Jesus Christ.
You just want a jar of raspberry jam. Can you find it? You can find framboise. What the fuck is that?
It's food.
Oh, OK. Oh, very similar topics. I once went to a buffet in Reading, and that's not even the joke. It was organised by a woman called Wendy, and it was so beige. It was so bland. It was like a buffet representation of Reading. I looked across this buffet, right? They put out sausage rolls, right? Sausage rolls, right? Where they just whipped off the cellophane and put the corrugated plastic straight down on the table. Like we were dogs! Then we had Scotch eggs, right? Scotch eggs cut into quarters. Apparently no one can eat a whole one. Then we had breadsticks displayed in a pint glass? I thought I was at a fucking UKIP rally. Then she starts putting down cold pizza slices next to wontons. No one's mixed Italian and Chinese cuisine like that since Marco Polo. Then she brought out the quadrant of dips. You know, the 4 dips. The 4 dips of the apocalypse. The white one, the other white one. Then there's a green one, what's that? Guacamole. Then there's a pink one, what's that made of? Sillet bang? I was just glad to have something made of some sort of colour. Anyway, it was a terrible buffet, but thank you very much, Wendy.
Who made a typically colourful speech at the conference?
Can I just ask one question?
Oh, my gosh.
Is it how
Why
they get the little
isn't there? Why isn't there orange jam?
Marmalade is...
No, that's not jam. That's got bits in.
Yeah, I'm happy to move on as well. And I'll give you a clue. The answer is Boris Johnson. Who?
It was Boris Johnson.
Shut up. I have to ask the question first. Let's stick to the conventions of normal language. Who made a typically colourful speech at the conference?
Was it Hugh about jam?
OK. The topic is drinking.
Now, according to police, right, apparently in nightclubs, 1 in 20 drinks are spiked. Now, I was thinking this could give you a little excuse not to go into work the next day. Phone up work, I can't come in, my drink was spiked. How do you know? Well, I had 20 of them. One of them must have been. Of course, if you go and see your doctor now, they give you a little test, don't they? My doctor, he said to me the other day, he said, how many units of alcohol have you had this week? I said, 21. He said, that's not bad. The maximum's 28. I was thinking it was bloody lucky I saw him on the Monday.
OK, let's see what we've got left for Frankie. Let's spin the wheel again. And it's drinking.
As a teetotal alcoholic, that should be quite good. I drink energy drinks now. It's good that they've finally managed to can anxiety. It's good that there's a drink that gives me the resting heart rate of a serial killer who's just spotted that there's a sale on at B&Q. I hate this thing where Guinness always go, oh, we're the national drink of Ireland. Yeah, you're the national drink of a nation of alcoholics. That's like saying that you're Gary Glitter's favourite search engine. I'm teetotal, right? A concept which Scottish people don't understand. So I did a gig in Fife, and I was on stage, and this guy was going up to the bar, and he went, hey, I'll get you a drink as well. And I went, well, I used to be an alcoholic, so I don't drink anymore, but thanks anyway. And he looked at me for a bit, and then he went, a pint of lager shandy?
Frankie Boyle. Now the topic is food. Oh, there you go.
Now, this is one of my favourite topics because I actually hate restaurants. And my wife loves restaurants. She's middle class. She's been skiing and everything. And she loves a restaurant. She says, can we go to a restaurant at the weekend? And I say, yes, we can. And we're there, we're barely there 2 minutes, and she's like, isn't it a lovely ambiance? And I say to her, I don't know what you're talking about. I've worked out what an ambiance is. It's a night out about poor people, isn't it, basically? It's people with a few quid to say, can we just have one night out about the poor people turning up? You know what they're like, they'll be banging spoons together, singing Mailman's a Dustman, creating an atmosphere. We want an ambiance. So we're trying to enjoy the ambiance. But something's happened spoiling it for me. There's no tomato sauce on the table. Creating the situation when my wife looked at me, she said, you're going to ask for tomato sauce, aren't you? I said, yes, I am. Because I'm going to have the risotto. You can't eat risotto without red sauce, it's too dry. It's a health and safety issue. You've got to zhuzh it up with a bit of red sauce, right? So I thought, I'm not having it. I said to the waitress, excuse me, do you have any ketchup in the building? She's looked at me like I'm the worst pleb God has ever put breath in. She went off to the kitchen and I saw her making her way back with a pot about that big, about 2 chipfuls of tomato sauce. I thought, oh, here we go. She's tried to put it down and walk away like she's doing a drug deal or something. And I stopped. I said, hold on, love, don't rush off. And I took a sip of it. And I looked at her, I said, yes, I'll have a bottle, please.
Things you wouldn't hear on a TV cookery show.
Hi, I'm Nigella Lawson, and before I bake any cake, I like to chop my flour into lines.
You can see that's rising nicely. It does that every time I think about how much money Channel 4 are going to pay me.
Hello and welcome to Can't Cook, Won't Cook. Today we won't be making anything. Goodbye.
Coming up next on Saturday Kitchen, whatever we want, because we know you're too hungover to change the channel.
This is a hot pot.
This is a fucking hot pot!
So, if you want to bone a chicken, what you need to do, take it on a couple of dates, and then invite it back, put on some romantic music, and let nature take its course.
There is a bit of a problem on this week's food and drink. I've finished all of it.
This is a Thai chicken curry, or as I like to call it, hot Asian cock.
OK, Sam, let's see what you've brought in your bag of ingredients. It is a pint of wine and a large Malteser.
Right, welcome to Southern Cooking for Northerners. First up, quinoa. What is it and why it can fuck off?
Well, if you're going to pop it in, don't forget to cover it first. I didn't, and that's why I'm making paternity payments.
Hello, I'm Greg Wallace, and this series of MasterChef, we won't be using plates. We'll just be eating off my shiny, shiny head.
Hello, it's Nigella Lawson here again. I'm just going to say the word spatchcock for no reason. Spatchcock.
Anyone can make this. You can't, Beatrice. Sorry, you can't beat rice.
Let's just all go home. Yeah, let's just go home. Welcome to Great Indian Bake Off. I'm Paul Bollywood.
Hello, I'm Jamie Oliver. Welcome to my new show, Stick a Bit of Fucking Sugar in It.
In other news, what could happen to drunk air passengers in the future?
They might sober up.
Yeah.
They're complaining drunks are getting on planes. They make you wait for 2 hours in a pub. That's just a brilliant pub that happens to have good transport links.
It is true, though, isn't it? It's the only time you see people sort of 3 o'clock in the morning in an airport pub just going, oh, I'll have a bacon sandwich and 4 pints of Stella. That seems to make sense, doesn't it? We're here. As soon as you take away windows, all responsibility goes, doesn't it? It can be any time I want it to be.
Totally agree. I saw a guy, this was out of order, 7 a.m, having a Wagamama's. What the hell are you doing?
You're right, you're right.
What is going wrong in your life? There's a guy drinking Guinness, looking across, going, he's got problems.
It's only a problem on planes, though, isn't it? It's not a problem in airports, is it? And it's only a problem on planes if you get so drunk that you go, right, you, outside, now.
But
they always say that people get drunk and try to open the doors. Presumably you can't actually open those doors.
I don't think someone can just run around. The doors, obviously, they can be open, otherwise we'd all still be on the last plane we got onto. You can't, but you can't in a kind of a, hello, you're a very pretty, who says, whoa! That big roundy bun doesn't go from, whoa! Give me a call! That's right! You're not wrong. Okay, James, you're in, Andy!